Success is found in your daily routine. Success is not some grand destination you stumble upon by accident. It is not a product of luck, nor does it fall into the laps of the lazy or undisciplined. Success is built brick by brick in the quiet, often unnoticed moments of your daily routine. It is shaped by the small decisions you make when no one is watching. Let that truth settle in your soul. Your daily habits are either preparing you for greatness or slowly leading you to regret. Your routine is the foundation of your future. If I were to ask you, where are you going in life? I'd only need to look at what you're doing every single day to find the answer. Because the truth is this: your routine is the foundation of your future. Your success, your growth, your breakthroughs, they're not built in one big moment. They're built in the repetitive grind of your daily routine. Let that sink in. It's not the things you do once in a while that shape your destiny. It's the things you do every day, even when no one is watching, even when you don't feel like it. The power of repetition. We often admire those who have achieved greatness, the successful entrepreneur, the elite athlete, the respected leader, and we wonder what their secret is. The answer is almost always the same: they mastered their routine. Repetition is the mother of mastery. Success is never the result of a single event, it is a system of behavior. A person who shows up and puts in the work every single day, even with small steps, will go further than the one who works hard inconsistently. You don't rise to the level of your goals, you fall to the level of your systems, and your systems are built through your routines. Routines reflect your values. Your routine doesn't lie. You can say success matters to you. You can say growth matters, but if your daily habits are filled with procrastination, distraction, and laziness, then your actions tell the real story. Look closely at your day. How do you start your morning? Do you begin with purpose, or are you in a constant rush, reacting to the world? How do you manage your time? Are you focused on growth, or lost in scrolling and distractions? You don't need to guess your future. Just look at your daily routine. That's the blueprint. Success starts before you see results. One of the biggest mistakes people make is expecting fast results. But growth doesn't always show up immediately. Seeds don't sprout the moment you plant them. You have to water them, nurture them, protect them every day before anything breaks through the surface. That's exactly what your routine does. It waters your potential. It cultivates discipline. It builds character in the unseen moments. When you wake up early to train while others sleep, no one sees it. When you choose to read and grow while others watch meaningless content, and no one applauds you. When you consistently show up and build even when it feels like nothing's changing, that's where greatness is born. Remember, you don't rise to the top by what you do once in a while. You rise because of what you do daily. Build routines that serve your vision. You can't just copy someone else's habits and expect the same results. You have to build a routine that fits your goals, your mission, your future. Ask yourself, what kind of person do I want to become? What does that version of me do every day? What habits must I start building right now to reach that future? Whether it's waking up earlier, eating better, studying harder, or eliminating time. Wasters, your routine should be aligned with the version of you you're chasing. Your life won't change until your habits do. Protect your routine at all costs. Your routine is sacred because your future is sacred. And anything that threatens your routine is threatening your destiny. That's why discipline matters so much, because the world will constantly try to pull you away. Distractions are everywhere. People will try to steal your time. Your own emotions will try to convince you to take the easy way out. But warriors of success protect their habits. They don't let moods determine their moves. They don't skip the work because it's hard. They show up especially on the days they don't want to. That's the difference between average and exceptional. Average people live by how they feel. Exceptional people live by their routine. Shape your routine. Shape your life. Your future isn't shaped in one big moment. It's shaped in the quiet morning when you decide to rise early. It's shaped in the afternoon when you choose discipline over distraction. It's shaped at night when you reflect, plan, and prepare for tomorrow. Your routine is the foundation of your future. If your days are scattered, your life will be scattered. If your days are intentional, your future will be powerful. So build a routine that reflects your vision. Stick to it when it's hard. Repeat it until it becomes who you are. Because in the end, you won't just have built a better life, you will have built a stronger, sharper, unstoppable version of yourself. Small daily habits lead to massive results. We live in a world obsessed with big wins. Everyone wants the breakthrough, the spotlight, the overnight success. But here's the truth that most people overlook. It's not the big moments that define your life. It's the small habits you do every single day. It's the little disciplines often unnoticed, often uncelebrated that shape your future. Don't be fooled by the illusion of overnight success. Every strong body, sharp mind, wealthy account, and fulfilled life you see was built slowly, quietly, and consistently, one habit at a time. The hidden power of the small doesn't mean insignificant. In fact, small is where everything begins. One extra page read every day leads to a library of knowledge. One healthy meal a day leads to a strong body. 10 minutes of focused effort leads to hours of productivity. Saying no to one temptation a day leads to a life of discipline. It's not about changing everything at once. It's about doing one thing better every day. And over time, these small steps compound into something massive, something life-changing. Success is not one leap, it's thousands of consistent steps in the same direction. The compound effect in action. Think of this like the power of compound interest in finance. If you invest even a small amount consistently, over time it multiplies. It grows silently, invisibly at first, and then, all at once, it explodes into real, measurable wealth. The same is true for your habits. Good habits compound positively. Bad habits compound destructively. Skip a workout today, not a big deal. Skip it every day, now you're out of shape. Eat junk food once. No big impact. Do it every day, now your health suffers. Avoid work today, you'll feel fine. Avoid it for months. Your dreams slip away. Everything compounds. Choose your habits wisely. Your habits shape your identity. What you do repeatedly becomes part of who you are. If you run every day, you start to see yourself as a runner. If you read every day, you begin to see yourself as a learner. If you show up early, stay focused, and do your best daily, you start to identify as someone who is reliable, productive, and powerful. Your habits don't just change what you do, they change who you believe you are. That's why starting small matters. Every positive habit reinforces your identity. Every day you follow through on a promise to yourself. You build confidence. You build belief, and belief is the fuel behind all great achievement. Consistency is greater than intensity. Most people make a critical mistake. They try to go all in for a few days, then burn out and give up. They exercise hard for a week, then quit. They wake up early for a few days, then hit snooze for the rest of the month. They write one amazing journal entry, then never touch it again. But success doesn't reward intensity. It rewards consistency. One push-up a day is better than none. One honest conversation daily is better than a grand gesture once a year. 5 minutes of writing daily is better than a sudden burst of 5,000 words once a month. Because consistency creates momentum, and momentum creates transformation. Design your days with purpose. If you want to change your life, don't start with your goals. Start with your habits. Ask yourself, what are the small things I can do every day that will take me closer to my goals? What do I need to stop doing even if it feels harmless in the moment? What does the future version of me do consistently, and how can I start doing that today? Build a system, a routine, a rhythm. Make your habits automatic, because that's where the magic begins. When your habits become effortless, your results become unstoppable. Be patient with the process. Here's the hardest part. Small habits don't give instant results. You won't see dramatic change in a day, or a week, maybe not even a month. But give it time. Water the seed. Trust the process. Because what feels invisible today will become undeniable tomorrow. Those who win in life aren't the ones who sprint and burn out. They are the ones who walk forward every day, even when it's boring, even when it's hard, even when no one notices. They understand that the small, daily actions are sacred, because those actions are building the life they dreamed of. Small wins, big life. You want massive results. Start small. Stay consistent. Stay faithful. One habit, one choice, one improvement. Because in the end, success isn't about how fast you move, it's about how long you keep moving in the right direction. Small daily habits lead to massive results, so build the habit, keep the habit, and watch your life transform. Discipline over motivation. Show up every day. We live in a world that glorifies motivation, the hype, the excitement, the emotion. We watch the videos, we read the quotes, we wait for the spark that will push us into action. But here's the truth no one wants to say. Motivation is a liar. It's unreliable. It fades. It disappears the moment life gets hard. If you want to build anything real, anything strong, anything lasting, you need discipline, not motivation, because motivation may get you started, but only discipline will keep you going. Motivation is a feeling, discipline is a decision, let's be honest. There will be days you don't feel like working, days you don't feel like training, days you don't feel like studying, building, or showing up. That's where most people quit. Why? Because they were depending on a feeling. Motivation asks, do I feel like it today? Discipline says, it doesn't matter, I'm doing it anyway. Discipline is choosing purpose over pleasure. Discipline is choosing growth over comfort. Discipline is showing up every single day no matter what. Winners are built in the days they want to quit. Everyone shows up when it's easy, when they are excited, when it's new, when they're inspired. But the real difference, the defining line between winners and everyone else, is what they do when the motivation is gone. Champions aren't made when the crowd is cheering. They're made in silence, in solitude, in the grind that no one sees, because true greatness is built when you keep going, even when no one's clapping, even when it's boring, even when it's hard, even when your mind says you can skip today. That's discipline. Discipline is a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger you get. Just like the body, your mind has muscles too, and the muscle of discipline, it grows with repetition. Every time you choose action over excuses, that muscle gets stronger. Every time you show up when it's inconvenient, you're training your mind to obey your goals, not your feelings. This is why it's important to stop negotiating with yourself. Don't debate whether to get out of bed early. Just get up. Don't overthink your workout. Just start. Don't delay the work. Sit down and do it. Discipline removes the emotion from the decision. It replaces "I feel like it" with "I committed to it." And that's how you win, not once but every day. The myth of perfect timing. So many people are waiting to feel motivated, waiting for the right time, waiting for everything to align. But here's the truth. Perfect timing doesn't exist. There is no right moment. There is only now. If you keep waiting for motivation to strike, you'll still be in the same place next year. Discipline says, start now and keep going even when it's messy. Because motion creates motivation. Action creates energy. Progress creates passion. The more you do, the more driven you become. Set standards, not moods. You cannot build your life based on your feelings. Feelings change, standards don't. Discipline means you've set a standard for yourself and you refuse to break it. You work out because that's your standard. You read daily because that's your standard. You don't make excuses because that's your standard. And when your standards become your way of life, your results follow. You don't need to be perfect, but you do need to be relentlessly consistent. Show up daily, especially when you don't want to. This is the real test. Not when everything's going well, but when it's not, when you're tired, when you're frustrated, when you don't see results yet, when your goals feel far away. That's when you show the world who you really are. That's when you develop resilience. That's when you earn your future. Anyone can start strong. Few can stay strong. Even fewer finish strong. But those who do, the ones who choose discipline every day, they win. Choose discipline. Build your legacy. Motivation may give you a push, but discipline builds your path. One brick at a time, one day at a time. Don't chase a temporary feeling. Chase a permanent transformation. Show up when it's hard. Show up when it's inconvenient. Show up when no one's watching. Just show up. Because every day you choose discipline, You're one step closer to the life you were meant to live. Discipline over motivation. Every single day, own your mornings, reflect in your evenings. Your life is not shaped by luck or random chance. It is shaped by what you do daily and, more specifically, how you start and end your day. Success isn't found in chaos or guesswork. It's found in structure, in ritual, in intentionality. If you want to transform your life, here's one powerful truth. Own your mornings, reflect in your evenings, and you will own your future. The morning is your battlefield. Your morning sets the tone for your entire day. It's the launching pad for your mindset, your focus, and your energy. And yet, too many people treat it carelessly, waking up in a rush, grabbing their phone, reacting to messages, scrolling through social media, and letting the world set the direction of their mind before they've even set their feet on the ground. That's not ownership, that's mental slavery. You must own your morning before the world steals it from you. When you rise early and control your thoughts, your habits, and your energy, you take command of your life. Start your morning with power, and the rest of the day will bend in your favor. Design a morning that serves your purpose. Ask yourself, what does my ideal day look like? Then reverse. Engineer your morning to create it. A powerful morning doesn't need to be complicated. It needs to be intentional. Here's a winning formula. Wake up early before the world gets noisy. Pray or meditate, align your soul. Exercise, activate your body. Read or journal, sharpen your mind. Plan your day, attack with clarity, not confusion. Even 30 minutes of focused time in the morning can shift your entire mindset. Because in those quiet early hours you build momentum. And momentum wins days. Mornings are for offense, not defense. Most people wake up and immediately play defense. They react, they respond, they rush, but winners play offense. They wake up with purpose. They take action before the day begins. Your morning is your opportunity to get ahead while others are still asleep. To feed your mind, fuel your body, and focus your thoughts. When you own your morning, you walk into the day prepared, centered, and powerful. You're not tossed around by emotions or distractions. You are anchored in clarity. Why reflection in the evening matters. Just as the morning sets the tone for your day, the evening seals the lessons from it. The most successful people don't just work hard, they learn from their days. They reflect, they evaluate, they grow. That's where reflection comes in, because without reflection, your days blur together. Without reflection, you repeat mistakes. Without reflection, you lose touch with your progress. But when you reflect in the evening, you become wiser each day. You turn every failure into a lesson, every win into a system, every hour into a tool for growth. Build an evening routine that strengthens you. Your evening should close the day with purpose, not just collapse into distraction or exhaustion. Try this. Unplug from noise, no scrolling until midnight. Journal or review what worked today, what didn't, what can you improve. Express gratitude. Find 3 things that made today meaningful. Plan tomorrow. Don't wake up without a direction. Rest your mind. Read. Pray, breathe, sleep intentionally. This isn't about being perfect. It's about being present. Even 10-15 minutes of reflection each night will make you sharper, calmer, and more prepared for tomorrow. Why bookending your day changes everything. Think of your day like a book. The morning is the opening chapter. It sets the tone, builds interest, lays the foundation. The evening is the closing chapter. It brings reflection, meaning, and closure. When you own your mornings and reflect in your evenings, you begin and end with purpose. You stop living life randomly and start leading your life intentionally. You are no longer drifting, you are directing. No longer reacting, you are responding with wisdom. No longer wasting time, you are compounding progress. That's how leaders are made. That's how high-performers stay consistent. That's how ordinary people create extraordinary lives. Take control of the edges, and you take control of the whole. Your life is made up of days, and every day has 2 critical edges, the start and the end. Most people waste these edges. They wake up late and unprepared. They go to bed distracted and restless, and they wonder why their life feels out of control. But the greats, they don't leave it to chance. They own their mornings like warriors preparing for battle. They reflect in their evenings like students learning from experience, And because they master the beginning and the end, they master everything in between. So starting today, wake up with intention. End your day with reflection, repeat it tomorrow, watch your life transform, own your mornings, reflect in your evenings, and you will own your destiny. Protect your routine like your life depends on it. We all dream of success. We all want greatness, strength, clarity, and peace. But here's the truth no one talks about enough. Your routine is either your weapon or your weakness. And if you don't protect it, life will steal it from you. In a world full of noise, distraction, temptation, and chaos, you need structure. You need discipline. You need a routine that keeps you grounded, focused, and growing. Because your dreams don't depend on luck. They depend on your routine. Your routine shapes your identity. Let's be real, your future isn't written in some distant moment. It's being written every day by your habits. What you do consistently is who you become. You read daily, you become wise. You train daily, you become strong. You write, build, create daily, you become powerful. You waste your mornings, scroll all night, skip your goals, you stay stuck. Your routine is not just how you spend your time. It's how you build your future self. And that future depends on whether or not you protect the habits that are taking you there. Distractions are not harmless, they're dangerous every day. Your attention is under attack. Your phone wants your time, the world wants your mind. Other people want your energy. And if you don't guard your routine, if you don't protect your boundaries, you will slowly fall into patterns of reaction, not intention. You'll become what the world pulls you into, not what you chose to become. This is why average people live in chaos. They let distractions lead them. They're always busy, but never moving forward. They're always tired, but never fulfilled. They don't control their routine controls them. You can't afford that, not if your dreams matter, not if your mission is real, not if you're serious about becoming the best version of you. Your routine must become non-negotiable. Champions don't ask if they feel like it. They follow the plan. They stay loyal to the process. Your routine must become non-negotiable, something so important, so locked in, that nothing breaks it. Not excuses, not feelings, not outside pressure. Your morning ritual, protect it. Your time for learning, protect it. Your workouts, protect them. Your creative hours, protect them like sacred ground. Don't ask life to make time for your goals. Take time, defend time, own time, because if you don't schedule your priorities, your distractions will. A broken routine is a broken life. Look around you. Most people are struggling not because they're weak, but because they have no rhythm, no discipline, no routine to stabilize their chaos. They wake up late. They scroll their energy away. They skip their goals. They drift from one distraction to the next, wondering why nothing changes. But when you protect your routine, you protect your momentum, you protect your peace, you protect your growth, because a strong routine gives you structure in the storm. It keeps you moving when motivation fades. It keeps you focused when emotions rise. It keeps you powerful when life gets unpredictable. Your routine is the foundation of your freedom. Some people think routines are restrictive. But that's a lie. Routines don't trap you, they free you. When your habits are in place, your mind is free to think, create, lead, and evolve. When you protect your routine, your energy is protected. Your time is managed. Your path is clear. Success isn't random, it's engineered. And your routine is the blueprint. Without it, you're reacting to life. With it, you're building life. If it matters, protect it. If your goals matter, protect your routine. If your peace matters, protect your routine. If your purpose matters, protect your routine. Because life will always give you a reason to drift. But only discipline will anchor you to what matters most. Say no to the things that steal your time. Say no to people who don't respect your boundaries. Say no to emotions that want you to quit. And say yes every single day to the system that shapes your greatness. Guard the gates of your life. You don't get the life you want by chance. You get it by design, and your design begins with your routine. So guard it like your life depends on it, because it does. Your peace depends on it. Your confidence depends on it. Your success depends on it. Don't let the world steal your time. Don't let distractions waste your destiny. Stand guard. Stay disciplined. Stay committed. And remember, the person you're becoming is being built, one protected routine at a time.